Okay. Ugh, yeah, this microphone. I didn't check microphones today, but I can see that the feed is a little low. Hold on a second. Let me see which mic it picked up. Well, I know if it picked up the other mic, it wouldn't be looking low. Testing the mic. Oh, it's not that bad. So we will roll with that. We will roll with my favorite mic. Okay, good morning and welcome to Mo Knows featuring me, Monica Mo Justice. Yeah, this is a terrible idea. I was up here doing some shit this morning with my hair, and then I remembered that I got a question yesterday about my hair. So I wanted to do that. Let me go find my chat. It's probably nobody in here because I got my 9 people. I gotta wait for my 9 people to show up. Shout out to the 9 people that keep me moving. You keep me moving. You keep me moving. Coat mom. What? Oh, I saw that yesterday. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Hold up. I got distracted. Where did I put the live stream? There it is. Hey, Karen. Thank you for letting me know the mic sounds good. I gotta change that. All right, there's so much. I wish the YouTuber would set up. I'm gonna have to do something so that I can have this popular. No need for me to tell y'all about the workings, the inner workings of streaming. I'm a fill-in the bushes working. All right, send notification out. Miss Tawana is in the house. Good. I was thinking about you the other day when I was coming up with this FOMO thing. I had you right in my head, Miss Tawana. So this message is for you. No, it's not for you. It's not for you per se, but it started me thinking about some things when you were asking me some stuff. So it brought me to this conclusion. But first things first. Hey, cooking with still. Just let it all hang out. Okay, so I see that face, woman. Uh-oh, what face I did? Oh, I better go watch my face because you know, if y'all saw me doing something, then everybody else saw me doing it. Exit full screen. Okay, good. Right. I can no longer pop out. This is for Glib. The downside of that thing we put in place is I can no longer pop out the chat without the chat causing me a problem. All right, wait. We're going to do some things the other way around today. I was wondering, let me see what the out feed looks like on this. I got a delay, so I have to see it. Thanks for hitting the like button. Hit the like or take a hike. I want to see what it looks like because I was wondering how a person could tell. I went back to the natural because I really couldn't see it in the video that I was looking at. But you know, sometimes people that are critiquing you see more in you than you see in yourself. So I can't deal with that. But hold up, let me see if I move this camera just a tad bit closer. I don't want it to fall because I have it on another shelf back there. Whatever. Okay, so anyway, today, this is gonna bother me. Today I am going to put my moisturizer on my face because I want to remind people that you need to moisturize your face. I thought I brought it over here. All right, today we might not be putting the moisturizer on our face. Please hold while I go get the moisturizer. yesterday, no, the day before yesterday was Monday. So I removed myself. Okay, you said I was in your thoughts about something. What was it? I'm gonna tell you when it was. You gotta stick around. You said you was gonna be in the bushes, even though we ain't got none of those over there. So you must be looking at somebody else's channel. But um, fear of missing out is the title. You must know how that applies in some way to you. All right. Anyway, moving on. But I promised the person I would do my routine. Okay, so here we go. This is my moisturizer. On Monday, I did this thing called Mask Mondays because I was forgetting to do my microdermabrasion and I put too much of this on me. But that's all right because I'm gonna massage it in. Do not, when you are massaging stuff, your eye area is very sensitive. So do not be sitting up here doing things to your eye area. But I wanted to make sure I get everywhere. And then this is very important. This is so soothing. Just going down the nose. Boom, 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 boom. So you notice, like, I did not do anything around this area, and I will avoid oiliness. Now, that's all I'm gonna do. This got an SPF in it. I'm not going nowhere. Generally, I would tell you if you are going outside for the day, then I would put a primer on your face and a foundation, right? I use a CC cream. You guys know this all the time. It's a color correction cream. Now I'm gonna do it today, but I have no plans to go outside because this is your protector against, they got some shit that they call, I said hi to Miss G. Hey, underrated. How you doing, JT? This will get all the little stuff that hit. This is what protects your face from all the pollution in the air. It is putting on a foundation, but it is not caking up your face with a foundation that will be clogging your skin. So sometimes, especially MAC makeup wearers, right? If you wear MAC, you will see them cake on several layers of their face. First of all, those are normally chicks with bad skin because they don't have good skincare routines to take care of their skin. So they're using the foundation instead of it being a barrier to protect their skin from BS. They're using it to cover up the imperfections in their skin. If you took care of the underlying problem and got healthy skin in the first place, you would not. You have to use less of this. All right, let me get my primer. Because you should always, if there's available a primer to stuff, you should always get a primer. You should always use a primer. Why you should use a primer? You should use a primer because it helps make the face flawless. Hey, She, we here. We saw your message afterwards. We had ended the live. You took a phone call. You're supposed to say, hold on. But in any event, because then we would have waited for you to come back. Well, at least I would have waited for you to come back because I want to hear your two thoughts for the day. But we're on to Wednesday. Thanks for coming back. So the primer, it feels like this one to me feels lighter than Vaseline, but what it does, a primer goes into, if you had crater holes in your face or whatever, the primer would go in there and fill in those imperfections. So you have to use less of this in the end. So you see how layering up good skin routine, good skin products on your face will make for a better outcome. Okay. Now, last but not least, I always do this on the back of my thing. You're only really supposed to do one pump, but I do really two pumps. I be cheating these days. I don't know why I be cheating, but I be cheating. And this is actually not the brush. This is my, yeah, I just got issues with me. I like to use this one to thin it out. So see how that goes? See, you're supposed to apply your foundation in a 3. See? So I normally apply it in that middle section first so that most of it hits there. And then the rest is just this motion of whatever. It's like a circular motion to apply. Now I'm gonna have to turn on some light so people don't think I'm looking like a clown. And all this is gonna do is give you even skin tone. That's why I use the CC cream, because the CC cream is going to color correct. It's gonna blend into you. Now see, as the summer progresses, and I haven't really been in the sun this year, right? You normally get a little darker in certain areas where the sun kisses your face. Up here on the forehead, sometimes in the T-zone, sometimes in the upper cheeks. That's when I would use the shade darker, just a tad bit darker CC cream. So this one is medium to, I want to say deep. I was going to say medium to dark, but it's medium to deep. Then I would use it mixed with deep. But lately, since we've been all inside the house, I haven't really had a need to do that. But the idea is not to look like you have makeup on your face. So this becomes a problem in the morning. It's called blend, 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 blend. So you will be forced to blend. The more you blend, the more in it's not layer, more stuff in your face. So we're just gonna sit here and I'm just gonna keep on blending. And that's it. Now, honestly, you could use, the best application is really your fingers. It's really your fingers. Just light. Lighting is everything these days. I need a mirror. I can't be looking at y'all. I never found my mirror. See my side. You know, back in the days, I didn't have to really talk to y'all about application, but it looks better to me in the mirror. That's what I want to go look at. I'm not really liking, I think I got too much light. In this location, I was looking at my old videos. Every time I've been live with you guys, I've always been in front of a mirror, in front of the window. And the window gives me natural sunlight, except for the first year when I was on the YouTube and I was not in front of the mirror, is like just in front of the window. But in that space, the window lighted into that spot where my studio was at. All right, so this is basically where we are at. Now, those of you who want to do mascara, I ain't going nowhere, so I'm not gonna do mascara, but I will do a lippy today because I love my lippy. Anyway, that's the idea of doing this. Hair care. This is my, these so overnight I slept in just this, my Bonnie. I was Bonnie Boo Boo when I went to bed. And this is all I did last night with the curly hair. I didn't do nothing else to it. I pinned nothing on the side of it or anything. This is all I did last night. I slept with this and I slept on my pillow and I was happy as could be. Happy as could be. Okay, so this morning I open it up. What am I working with? Okay. Somebody asked me, how did you go from having it straight to going back to your natural curl? This was the deep conditioner I used. It's a 2-step product. This one, it comes in this little thing. I know they sell it in a bottle and everything. I don't buy the bottle because I only need this, and you only need to use this every 6 weeks, once every 6 weeks. It is a balancing moisturizer, but it's by these people. See the name? APHOGEE. This is the one you use to bounce back your natural curl pattern. It comes in 2 steps. The first step goes in your hair, and you wash your hair, you shampoo your hair, and then when you put it in, it's like it pours into your it pours in like a oil, or look juicy type shit. Pours in your hair. I pour it in the middle of my hair, and then I try to move it out. Then you get under the hair dryer. No plastic cap under the hair dryer. So when I say no plastic cap, no shower cap, because normally when we do a deep conditioner, we do a shower cap thing. No, you don't need the shower cap for this one. You need the heat to get directly in it from the hair dryer on a low setting, but you want it to heat it up. It is what we traditionally would have called what is those things, like a deep heating, a hot oil treatment, because that thing was like an oil. That's what's going on in your root of your hair. So as you can see in the root of my hair, where last year I didn't have the roots good because I was never treating the roots. So I learned something in my hair care journey that I needed to treat the roots. I was doing everything for the ends, the middle section, but nothing was really treating the roots. So that's what I did differently. Then step 2, when you rinse that out, 7 minutes underneath the heated dryer. Then you do the second step. You put it in your hair, rinse it out, cold water. Your hair just been all nice and heated. You just rinsed out that first step. The second step gets rinsed out with cold water. You let it sit about 2 minutes and then you rinse it out with cold water. Boom. I did not have, thanks courtesy of my daughter, I did not have, what was that other shit yesterday? Leave-in conditioner. And I was mad, but it's okay. I used milk. This one is rice milk and macadamia oil. That's what I used yesterday. And after I put that in my hair, as it was just still wet, and I did not comb my hair because I want the curls. So I do no combing of the hair. Everything is detangling with my hands. Last but not least, and I try to use products that are brother and sister. Like they go together. So if I'm going to use the milk treatment, then I'm going to use their curl maker, which is equivalent to a gel. This sucker right here, though, I don't know what it is. This says marshmallow or grave leaf, whatever it is. It is beautiful. Okay, so now that's what I did for day 1. Now you see how we're working with day 2. I'm not doing anything with this today. I'm leaving it alone. I'm not messing with it. I'm not doing anything else to it. If I had dry patches, I would have not added water to my hair. Last year, we added water to the hair. Remember, we had the spray bottle, and I was spray bottling it and all that other stuff. I didn't really need that. When I discovered this moisturizer, this curl moisturizer, it saved my life because I no longer needed to be adding a lot of water to the hair and having to go through using all the products that work with the water. I use this now. In any area that would have been dry, I would use this. Notice, you guys seeing the pictures. I just want to be clear because somebody came up here, somebody dropped a video from somebody and they had a big bald spot in their head. So I just wanted to go through my curls and show y'all this. That's a shame to have a big bald spot. Hold on a second. Okay, so see, I ain't got no bald spot. Y'all need to do something about that. There's no reason why people have these bald spots at 30. Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand that. Now, this got a little bit of this curl makeup is still stuck in there, but since I'm not going nowhere today, it's really nothing for me to do. The only other product that I would use if I had any issues with my edging today, like if I needed to really lay any of this stuff flat, I would have used this smoothing gel. It is a different hair glib. It's a different gel than using some of those hard gels because this one is a soft gel. It smells beautiful. Look inside. It's a beautiful gel to use. And you don't have to use a little goes a long way. All of my edgings, I use this in it. Okay, so if I was to do anything around my edging, including the bottom edging, I would use this. I wouldn't be using anything else, but just around the edging. So like, maybe I might do a little something on this side right here, right? Because that one might need a little help. But I don't really need anything. It's got a nice level of shine, etc., etc. And guess what? If I do need to do something, I'll do it tonight. Now I'm just anal with stuff because now I feel like that's gonna be shiny over there. So this needs to be shiny over here. I didn't even part my hair in this. I let it keep the last part because it naturally parted the way the hair was when I got it blown out. So I figured like that's probably where the heat did the most straightening. Not trying to be funny. Would you help with my edges? I have some male pattern baldness going on. Well, what are you doing to treat your scalp? What kind of oil-based products? What kind of nutrient products are you putting on your in your hair once after you shave it? See, when men go bald, right? They don't treat the bald stuff. They never go up in there. Remember, I don't remember who was it. Was it Daffy Duck or one of those characters? You would see them go and put some oil or whatever inside the hair because they know you have to treat the scalp. So you're gonna have to find a product that you like, that your scalp likes, and move it to the edging. Hey, mommy. So that's it. Another key to this curl stuff that we've learned now throughout the years is less touching of the curls is better. So right now they still in their natural state. I'm gonna leave them alone. I don't know how that looks to you, but it looks fine to me. All right, so that's my hair care product. Give me a second. I want to wash my hands and I'll be back because We're going to talk about FOMO, fear of missing out. Oh, okay. I have to go get my purse, my everyday carry, to get my lipstick. So I did get me a new little, but I didn't want to do an unboxing because I just felt like I had been over the top in the last couple of weeks. Girls. And I love, yo, now I can't get a bag with all this design on the outside because that would drive me crazy because then I'll be trying to match stuff for it. But in your inner bag, you do need a cosmetic bag or a bag that catches everything. So in this particular one, I got this size because, hey, Jay Sean, fear of missing out. You don't know what FOMO is? I'm carrying around all my extra stuff. So that's what that is. Okay. Since people are rushing me to get to the topic. Yes, it is. It's my Gucci makeup bag. I thought since y'all was Versaceing it up around here, I just go back to my Gucci. But that's one of the things out here, right? You don't have to do what everybody else is doing. Let me get to the title. Let me get to the definition of fear of missing out. And I'm not disrespecting anybody personally around here. I'm just speaking about my principles in life. So the formal definition of it is anxiety that an existing or interesting event, listen to what the definition is, an exciting or interesting event may currently be happening somewhere, often aroused by posts seen on social media. So it's shit that's happening that you're getting wind of and you're not really actively a part of it. And you have a fear of missing out. You want to be involved. You gotta do it. In this day and age, a lot of the fear of missing out, especially on social media, prevalent here in the YouTube space and spaces like this, is that people are selling you stuff indirectly or directly. So this morning I put on my makeup. And this is why I went through this whole process. Somebody will say, oh, Monica is a Mary Kay consultant. She now has applied her makeup, showed us how she did it. It looks really nice on her. I gotta get some. So they'll reach out to me, and people have done this here. They'll reach out to me and say, oh, I want you to hook me up with that, whatever, right? I can't hook you up because part of being a Mary Kay consultant is really looking at your client. looking at your client and being able to assess their needs. I can't do that from the internet. I can't do that over the internet. I can't successfully do that, especially if it's skincare. So I gotta find you a consultant in your hood. I don't like the way that looks. It looks like it's a hot mess. This is a new one. This gel one, this gel lip gloss. We'll work with it. How cute is that? I just got a new Gucci purse, a cute crossbody. Was it the Dionysus? Because I'm gonna get a Dionysus for Christmas, or Dionysus, whatever way they call it. But she doesn't know it yet. She's getting a wallet on the wallet on a chain, because I want her to start becoming more responsible adultish. I am tired of seeing these little backpacks on her back. But anyway, so I want to get her the Dionysus, something on wallet on a chain. So it has the built-in slots for your credit cards, but it's all part of your handbag. So I want to get her that. That's it. Oh, wasn't? Wonder which crossbody you got, girl. Too bad you won't come out here. We gotta see. You gotta check your bag. That's it. So that's the end of my Gucci experience. I got the. I'm still talking shit about the fear of missing out, but hold on. So now I think I got everything I needed for my bag. Y'all all know what this is. This is my Longchamp bag. If you don't own a Longchamp bag, I don't know what is wrong with you. It's at the outlets, they're under $100. At the Longchamp store, they're about $120, $140. It's a reasonable workhorse bag. If I ain't never. How you protect your Longchamp bag or any purse that you have as a woman is other purses inside of it. Nothing lays loose inside my bag. See, nothing. I don't know how to show y'all that more. It's like well, this is the reason why I needed to get a bag with things with a thing with color to them so you can see them, because it's like a black hole in there. So this is my my Gucci boo 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 bag, right? Then I got my tablet in here, because you know you gotta have your tablet. I ain't got too much wrong with putting shit up. My bags be heavy. This is my planner. So this is my Hobonichi weeks. And I've been through all kinds of shit this year trying to find something to store my Hobonichi weeks in. I ended up just finally finding a case for it with my pen. This pen right here, amazing sauce, is I don't know. Whoever it is, y'all figure it out. Go buy it. Beautiful pen. I just refill it with my favorite inks. So whatever ink came with it, it's not the ink I got inside. It's a Sarasa, but I'll have to find the ink and tell y'all later what the ink is. But this is my Hobonichi weeks. Today starts the sale for Hobonichi. And when I did wake up in the middle of the night, I was watching video after video of people and what they were gonna buy from the Hobonichi sale. They are missing out. I'm sitting up here watching what they're gonna get, seeing if that's gonna fit my needs, and going, because it's planner season, if that's gonna fit my needs, yada yada yada. And I was just like, I'm gonna have to leave some of that shit alone. I can't. I need to buy the planners that work for me. You know, ever since the Erin Condren thing, this is sidebar, ever since the Erin Condren thing and the Black Lives Matter and her doing that whole full, my favorite planner, I can no longer support that company. So I had to find a substitute. And I went to the Hobonichi. This has been my financial planner, and OMG, do I love it. It worked out very fine for me. Using it this year, I got a method with it. I love it. I go in it every day. I just love it. This is my Cheek Sparrow cover. I was trying to get a cover color that matched a potential Louis Vuitton insert, but that ain't happened. But it does go with the Louis Vuitton. So y'all also know in my bag. All right, these are my casino cards. Every casino I ever been to, their card is in here. This is like one of those card things. So I got every casino's card up inside here, and I keep it with me just in case I go to the casino. Especially like when I go to PA, because there's like 3 casinos in PA. So this is my card case. I will not. This is a case spade. I will only be using this case spade because I used it at the casino. I ain't got no time for that. What else is in my bag? So I was trying so hard to get that to match my Louis Vuitton, because one day I'm gonna have another kind of Louis. But this is not really the brown I was looking for, but it's okay. It's okay. Keys. Many of us keep our keys on a key chain, right? I really encourage you to get yourself a key clay where your keys are in something like this. Or, believe it or not, they got little key pouches like this. Or, where's my other key pouch? It might not be in here because we got my car key on it. I might have it wherever I have my car keys at, probably downstairs on the banister as I go, because I keep my car keys on the banister. But it has a key clay that you could put your keys in and zip it up. Those are the things that you should have, because the thing that breaks your bag, makes a hole in the corner of your bag, is these loose things sitting around. Your keys on a keychain that you just pop inside your bag, they are poking holes at your bag as you're moving around. Now, if you spend $140 on a bag or $1,040 on a bag, you don't want your bag to catch a hole. So I had to look. It's the Ophelia bag. I know you had an Ophelia bag, girl. I know which one you have. And you got the one with the red or the green stripe going down the middle of the G's. So like right here on your bag, it's got the stripe thing. Well, those are the ones that are out now, so it's obvious who you should have got. But I can't afford it myself, but I would get a Diana bag. No, I can't. Anyway, anywho, this serves a purpose. Earlier this year, I bought one from Kate Spade, and I love my Kate Spade one too. It was just a little bit more bulkier, and it was in black, and I use it for all the extra keys in the house. So doors on here got keys. I got keys I never had before. Garage doors got keys. Every part of this goddamn house got keys. There's keys to get down to certain areas in the basement and stuff. So I put them on the other keychain. So that's it. Last but not least, because in New York we don't have plastic bags anymore, so I always keep one of these reusable bags up inside here. I got a whole container in my car. I gotta do y'all a tour of my car, my new car. Cause the bitch talks. What was coming? A storm was coming, and I get into the car the other day, and she's like 12 miles away. I'm like, what the fuck? The car is talking to me. Oh, I can't imagine if I would have got a car for this year. That bitch probably is like, hey, Mom, you know we on the go. But I don't know. Last but not least, well, there's 2 other things inside my Gucci wallet that I got me this year. I love my Gucci wallet. I must tell y'all, I wasn't really feeling that I spent like $500 on a fucking wallet. But I'm gonna tell you what, when you pull it out to pay some shit with it, they be like, I see the cashiers. And there's a certain way you handle it when you have the cash register. All right, so let me put all this stuff back in here. Last but not least, I keep my pencil case. This is a Kipling. Do not fall asleep on the Kipling. It's made out of another, because Kipling also has little purses like this. Just put that underneath. Put this back up in here. All right, Kipling. This is where I keep every pen, every change, every extra piece of something. See, I got that Sarasa pen again. This one came with blue ink. That one came with Bordeaux ink. The purple one is Bordeaux ink. And this one has the blue ink inside of it, but I replaced it with my black favorite ink. I gotta tell y'all which pen that was that I got it from, that I got refills from, that I love the way that pen writes. It fits in here fine, so I use that instead of this. But what I like about this pen over my other pens, and I'll show you in a second, I need you to listen. So the pen is closed and it don't make no sound. The pen is open, it's out. You can write, the pen don't make no sound. And it feels heavy, so I call this like my signature pen. But I keep all my stuff. Look, I even have whiteout in here. Yeah, whiteout. I got tweezers in here, but you know I use these for like my stickers and stuff. But I haven't been using stickers lately because I just didn't feel like spending money on them. Fear of missing out. I realized that I was spending a lot of money on stickers that I really didn't need to have. And I was getting mad because then I went to supporting Black owned. So this is how Black only businesses can fuck you over. I started supporting only Black owned businesses only. And what happened? They on color people time when it comes down to delivery. They take your money up front, but they on color people time when it comes down to sending me my product. So I had to wait. I had to contact people, be like, what's going on? They got all kinds of goddamn excuses about getting my shit out the door, waiting for more people to, one chick actually said, I didn't have a big enough order for her. Like she didn't get any other orders, but I didn't have a big enough order for her to feel compelled to go to the fucking gas station or wherever the fuck they do deliveries from to send me my shit. I was like, can you run me my money? If you ain't got time to send me, she was like, you can't need a sticker that bad. You can't need a sticker that bad. No, I can't. But I know I won't be buying another one from your cunt ass. All right, so that's the pen case that I have inside there. Here's the example of the pen. See, the pen is closed. It's in the closed position. When you put it, hear that shit? So when you be writing it, be like, oh, this is the pen. Okay, so this is my favorite pen. This is called a cleaner. With the exception of this shit. And I'm gonna tell you something. On your first use of this pen, until you change the ink, you will not hear this. It has this, the minute you change the ink in here, then you will hear this shit. Okay, so these cleaner refills, this is a Japanese based pen. So the refills are the ones that I'm putting inside the other pen. So I bought this color. So I bought this shit one of every color. So I have a yellow one, I have a blue one, I have a brown one, I have a pink one. I think that's it, yeah. Because here's my yellow one. Here's the pink one can't be far because I have it inside. So I have one to go with all my different books. So like I write in this book right here. So this is blue. So I use the blue one. For work, I use the brown one. Because it goes with the cover to the brown one. You know, the yellow one, I don't know what the fuck. The yellow one is just sitting around. He's a spare to go. But once that shit just has me so annoyed. So this ink, whatever their ink gets made out of, whatever this is, I use a 0.5. When I really was a 0.7 girl, but this is a 0.5. Now, if you cannot afford my pen, because this one might be about $5 on Amazon, but then you got to buy the refills. I bought all the refills. I bought the refills in red. I bought the refills. I got colors for them. I just love. Okay. If you cannot see yourself wanting to, invest in one pen, $5, right? My best other pen is the InkJoy rubber field pen. I don't think I have any more of those in my shit. I'm talking about the fear of missing out. Then I'm telling y'all shit that y'all should buy. So why did I say Miss Tawana was the catalyst for me talking about the fear of missing out? This is where my pens are housed. Y'all need to get one of these too. I told y'all, look, the fear of missing out. Listen, the reason why you invest in this kind of pen holder is that it's at the slant and your ink doesn't run dry in your pen because, here's a refill, because you have it on a slant. So you're preserving the life of your pen. And let me get out of here before I be fucking turning pens around and shit. But oh yeah, here's the InkJoy. This is purple. I love these InkJoy pens. I don't remember now. Yeah, they don't do that. See when you shake it? Because what's the sense of writing with a fucking pen that makes noise when you, like, what the hell? These are my favorite everyday pens. So these are the ones I will have at the job. I'm a retractable girl. I do not like anything with a cap, but I need that. Where did you get that? Seriously. Okay. Amazon has one on their site, but this comes from the Muji store. I'll put it in the chat. This comes from the Muji store. I'm trying to think, do y'all have a Muji store in DC? I think y'all have a Muji store in DC. And it's under $10. And they have a larger one. I got the small one and I got the larger one for my desk at work. But at Times Square, I pass by the store all the time. So I got it from here. Normally, this was supposed to be my purple pen section. I don't know why these are in here. I'm gonna get out of here before I bore y'all to fucking death that I'm moving pens because they in one more section. This is another this friction pen. Is another one if you erase shit. I used to use it for work all the time. Oh, I even have a fountain pen, but it's purple. Okay, out of here. We'll do pens another day. But that's what it is. Yeah, it's from the Muji store. It's a pencil holder. I don't know what else they could use it for, but it is what it is. Love it. Okay. So lately, Miss Swan has been like, Monica, join us. Put together your team, because it's only 6 weeks for the game, right? And be part of this, well, basically that's what she's saying. Be part of this. Join us. Do this. Do that. Because everybody else is participating or wanting to expand participation. No, the stores are only in New York, but I'm online now. All right, but I'll pick you up one. I'll pick you up one because I'm going to DC soon. I'll be in DC next month. So I'll pick you up one. We'll meet for brunch. And we'll meet up. I was gonna reach out to you for that because I have to go to DC. I'll pick you up one because when it ships, they break. I had one delivered during the Rona, and that's amazing. We lost some of the stores because we had one in Jersey and it's no more. But yeah, they don't ship because you see the Asians are very cheap with their shit. It's simplistic shit that they own, but with they wrap it with paper in paper. Yeah, I have to go to DC. Actually, I'll be going to DC for work related reasons. So I have to go down to not telling y'all where I have to go down to, but I have to go to DC to file something in one of their courts for my job. So I'm gonna be down there on a day wrap around. But I was hoping that the day would be a Friday so I could wrap around on a Saturday or the Sunday so I could stay with some of my friends that was up there. Hey, Sir Drop. So oftentimes on the YouTube, right, you'll see people doing something and you'll want to do the same thing or have the same thing. That's the reason somebody said to me this word when I was describing this FOMO thing, and it was like, yeah, it's like you got influenced. Yes. That's what all of this social media stuff is supposed to do. It's supposed to influence you in some way to want to be like whatever you're saying. And if you guys recall, that was one of my hardest things that I had to deal with coming here on the YouTube, because I don't believe in people idolizing me, right? And I kept saying, I think that this is in conflict with my spiritual beliefs. But I stay on here, not because you guys idolize me and want to be like me. I stay on here because there are so many behaviors out here that need to be addressed, or maybe people haven't seen it, that I feel like if I don't say it, who's gonna say it? Like, who's gonna tell people, like, you don't have to be like the Joneses. You don't have to do what you see somebody else. It's not a must have for you. Now, even though I said you must put your pencil inside that case, I was telling you something to save your pencil life. For years, we've been buying our pens and stuff, and we've been putting them in coffee mugs at our desks, right? And then what happens? The pen ink leaks out. The pens dry up before you get a chance to use them because they're in this position. They need to be in a laid down position. You never have a pen case. This is why certain things are just made a certain way to preserve something. So if I want to preserve the life of my pen, I put it in the appropriate thing. I am actually saving me money in the long run. When I was part of the planner community heavily, I was trying and dipping and dabbing in all kinds of, last year, to be specific, I bought almost one of every planner that existed, except for a lot of the wire ones. But I just spent an enormous amount of money on shit I didn't need because it wasn't gonna meet my needs. I ended up still using the Erin Condren planner that I bought before the scandal, because I was like, I bought it, I can't send it back, so I'm gonna get my money's worth, right? Sometime in the middle of the year, I fizzled out. My Black stance, that discrimination was just so, it meant more to me than what I initially thought. And y'all know I was doing unboxings on here, buying up her shit, the surprise boxes and everything. So I was deeply hurt, and it really put me in a state of depression. It did. Because I get up in the morning and I write my thoughts out. And that's the first thing that I put in my hands. And it needed to be the right thing. And every time I was referring to it, it was clicking. And what made it worse, and probably why I stopped using it the most, was because I think it was mid-year, May, when May comes around and Erin Condren launches, right? I started getting the notifications. I went in to look at the products that they was producing. And then I saw who was selling the product. So now they had this whole Black Lives Matter scandal. Guess what the new salespeople look like? Black like me. Um, or giddy like them. So it unnerved me. And I was just like, yo, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That, ooh, I was just so, I was like, and there were a lot of channels here on the YouTube. Black people were included in those channels that they bypassed to get a new audience. And they're all young Black girls. And I was saying to myself, I never would put another cent inside the company, no matter how much I like their product. I will go to Michael's and get the knockoff and roll with the knockoff happily ever after. So what did I do? I went and I bought me a goddamn Cricut, and I said I was gonna make my own my own stickers, labels, whatever. I haven't used it yet. I gotta hook up with Joanna to get some preliminary lessons on how to use it, because she does all that stuff right here and she's enthusiastic about it. And I'm sure that I'll benefit from having a convo with her or a session. But I have yet to open up my Cricut. Now, when I bought this thing here, I thought I was going to put the Cricut on the shelf, but I ended up putting the printer up here. And I might have to leave the printer up here because the printer tray sticks out. And if I put it lower, I'm afraid that I'll be hitting the damn tray every time I walk by or something. But I might put this on the very top of the whole shit because I don't really use the printer like that, but because I can't really open it. It's a whole hell mess. I got whatever printer they had on sale. Oh, they were selling because it wasn't on sale. They were selling during the pandemic. Whatever's left. It's very hard to get electronic stuff these days. Oh yeah, I forgot you got that. Yeah, I got this damn Cricut sitting up here. I haven't. If I were to show you this Cricut, it still got the wrapping around all of its fucking pieces. They're also like I haven't even touched it to see how it works, how it flows. Because my excuse was I need to get the computer so I could do it. Right. So I got the computer now. I need to do it. So, oh, this is my last. Now, this is an affiliate, I think. Is it? I don't know. I think it is. I think it's from the collection. Lifesaver. Lifesaver. I just love it. Keep car key on the edge, whatever. I keep necessary, my most necessary cards on here. Yeah, I forgot. It's sitting on the desk with me. The reason why I can't see it because I bought all this damn makeup and shit to put up here, but then I was like, I'm not gonna make my face up because I thought about the recent outreach I had about selling Mary Kay, and I was just like, I am a Mary Kay consultant, but I am serious about it. And I stand behind my product. So if your face breaks out or whatever, I want to be able to know what's going on with you. So I take that to heart because customer care is extremely important. I know that just segued into something else. Bottom line is I will not be joining any teams over here and stuff that is happening on the YouTube. Not because I don't want to be down with anybody or I like something's wrong with it or whatever. I just don't want to be I want to stay as neutral as possible with everything that I do. I don't want to be down with everything. I appreciate being loved and I appreciate being accepted, even in a community that doesn't accept me all the time. I prefer to just stay out of a lot of stuff. Uh, and that's just about it. And I honestly, for the one or two people that really like me, there's 7 or 8 of you motherfuckers that don't. And I ain't got time to be, I don't got time to make to I don't got time to make that kind of camaraderie. And last but not least, building a team, as I don't do in Mary Kay. Because in Mary Kay, to really be successful, you need to build a team of women selling the Mary Kay product and having their own business, and y'all in a network together, because it's a multi level, whatever they call it, MML thing. In order to be successful, you've got to co-mingle with other people. I don't do well with other people. I do well by myself. And Ms. Tawana over here was like, put your team together. And I looked at that and she was like, get Andre, Varme, and all. Yeah, it feels like a pyramid, but it really isn't. If you smoke the coffee about it, but you have to have women that have the same passion as you, and ethics as you. Some people will do anything to sell anything. I'm not about that. I believe in the product. The product works for me. It doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. T is up here telling me about how the Mary Kay stuff broke her face out, so she can't use it no more. No, the Mary Kay stuff didn't break your damn face out. You use everything else along with it. Things are, like I told y'all earlier, things come together. This moisturizer, milk moisturizer for your hair, is going to work better with their, with their curl maker. These go hand in hand. But if you use this moisturizer with another person's gel, the ingredients don't work together, may not work as well together, because these ingredients were made to work with each other. So this was made to moisturize the curl that this one put together. Ergo, look, I woke up the next day and I still have the same curl pattern, and it is shiny, got its sheen in. I had typed a sentence about wrong answer, but we'll wait for you to finish and stop jumping around. Woo, woo, woo. Damn, I want to defend that, but with that excuse, she need to shut down. She need to shut down. All right, who? I need that. Where did you get that? Seriously, the pencil holder. Okay, before the pencil holder, what was that about? Is that what you're saying? I bought my sister the mermaid for her birthday. I don't know the difference. We're going back to the Gucci shit. There are two. So Gucci, from what I understand, I might have a mermaid. That case I have might be the mermaid, because I think when the G's are opposite each other, that's one set of Gucci, and when the G's are together like that, I think that's the other Gucci. I don't know. I wasn't in there trying to get to the history of Gucci. I was trying to find a Gucci I liked. I was trying to find a Gucci I liked and a Gucci I needed. But understand this: if the Louis Vuitton, remember I just showed you the key clay with my car key on it and the thing. If the Louis Vuitton comes in stock, I'm getting the Louis Vuitton, because the Gucci one has a lining on the inside. And that key holding it on the outside is pulling at the lining on the inside. One is merman. Okay, so yeah. I ain't got one then. I don't got the one. So you said I typed a sentence about wrong answer. Okay, is there another sentence I missed? You know, girl, I can't see all of this stuff. Let me go. How cute is that? I just got a new Gucci purse, right? And I gave my sister a bigger one for her birthday, and she gave me one back. Not sure of the styling. Then you ain't got the style, and it's the Ophelia. So you saying, don't do this, Mr. Don't do this, Mr. One. So I got. Did I say mine is an Ophelia? I think mine is an Ophelia also. No. I got the black Gucciism or Gucci, whatever it is. Cause I got the all black small G's tote bag. But I bought that tote bag for work. Hey Mr. Crooks. I bought that for work. You know, I did not do this report yesterday. I did not finish this report for work yesterday. I got tired of doing something else, and I couldn't be so bothered. Y'all know I got nerve, right? I couldn't be so bothered. This whole time, this thing is gonna bother me. Cause I dropped that shit on my shirt, fucking with it, and I was like, oh, I'll just wait till I do it with y'all. Anyway, it would mean bringing in people that are appear on the YouTube world to be close to me. So it's like 3000, it's Evolvement, it's Miss G, it's names like that. Like it was like you bring your team or whatever. No, we don't roll like that. When you were talking about teams, I thought you were saying no, but then you jumped back to makeup. So I had to delete the sentence. You were about to say that I thought was going to be wrong. Answer to participate. Okay. All right. So that's okay. I missed your retraction. But that's just about it. I don't know. I know that 3000 be everywhere, right? And I know that he rocks hard with Sakina. Not that we've had any conversation about it, but I know he rocks hard with Sakina because he's an avid Sakina supporter. I don't know about any of these other platforms. I think he's neutral and can go anywhere and probably get along with everybody. Evolve to me, she only really is over here most of the time. She might check out some of this stuff, but I've never even asked her opinion on any of this bullshit. I just know that when I've come under attack, she's been very clear to me, like, you're responding, Monica, but don't be the aggressor. So she's been very like, you know, so I've had to regulate myself thanks to her reminders, because they're constant. Like there's a response and then there's a point where you taking it over the top, like you need to stop. And not too many people will be around you that will be honest with you. Miss G is a sharp shooter. That's just about it. Like I can't call it any other kind of way. You understand? A year ago when she was explaining to me, yo, you gotta cut these bitches. You gotta like she's just about it. Like you just gotta cut these bitches when they start. You understand? She was so mad. I just remember the day she was so mad and she put up that live and she just went in calling people what the fuck she thought they was and whatever. Yo, we was sitting there like, oh, but we ain't never seen no response. No, all they did was try to take the the video, you know, they complained about the video and she got a strike, right? And then I felt bad because she was standing up for me harder than I was standing up for myself. And I was just like, damn, she was willing to do that with her platform that she's just trying to grow or starting to grow or thinking about growing or whatever it is. But she took the initiative to swing back and do that. And I was like, I'll never want to put them in that position again. So no, I'm not going to agree to hang out around here and do stuff and think that's my team. And then I'm not going to put together another group of people so it looked like I'm fighting with what y'all consider to be my team. These are individual people that just support me. And if I have the opportunity to support them back, I definitely will. Right? And that's just it. Yeah, Miss G, she fucking made. That was one of the funniest. I wish I had recorded it. Yo, let me tell you something. Jason and I spent hours laughing about that shit. Like we was like, woo, woo, woo. And the worst part about it is Miss G is a cutie. So even like, cause I never really see her on camera, right? But that day she was just lit up. Face was glowing. She was just everything that a Miss G would be, right? And she's like, woo. So she had smile with it. She had personality with it. So she meant that shit. she meant that shit. And she called people. She was like, and this bitch. Blah, blah, blah. And she's like, and fuck that dude over there. Cause his asshole sings, woo, 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 woo. Yo, that shit was like one of the funniest videos, right? It's gonna go down as one of my all-time favorites that that happened. But it was just like, yeah, I so respectfully, Miss Tawana, I can't even go to those people and be like, want to form a team to play a game around here? No, it's not gonna work. Well, me, Giz, and Coleman, and we get Honey Lot. See, look at you. She's still. Oh, now that's a start. Nikkei, perhaps. I'm not giving up. I know you're not gonna give up. I know you're not gonna give up because you're tenacious like that, right? So now I'm gonna say something, and the community might take it as being negative. And this is why I say it's a cemetery. We have got to grow outside of our group. We must, in order to survive on this YouTube, we have got to grow outside of this small knit community that we are in. That was the purpose of having a town hall meeting for me a year ago. It was to sit down and identify amongst us how we can become, and this is going to be a funny word, trending. We already the bomb.com, right? But what do we need to do to push us over the edge so that you won't be looking for a team, constructing a team again amongst us? This is when they start talking about, oh, this shit is scripted. And that dude I'm not mentioning in your chat brought a bunch of people that's not regular YouTubers. So it's not a matter of, you're going to have to send me that name, girl. So I know, because I need to know who that dude is. But, oh, wait a minute. That dude, I'm not mentioning your chat, brought a bunch of people. That's not regular YouTubers. Okay. 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 That was a down. I don't want to talk negative on it. I don't want to talk negative on it. I wanted to live. I wanted to live. But that speaks. So Tawana, I'm in an area now, and I want to say what I want to say, but I know that it's gonna cause hostility because people just don't they don't listen to what I'm saying. They take the negative of it, right? Why did he have to get outsiders? Because the team wasn't ready to be the team. See, the team don't look the same when you just ousted like that. There's some shit that needs to be fixed up around here. That's it. Nope. It will work itself out. I think they were entertaining. I know what you're saying. Oh, I don't doubt the men that were up there. But when I heard earlier in the day, so and so is having, he still needs one more person on his team. I was in my head saying, what? What? That person got the whole team. So I believe we need to branch out. I'm a strong believer, avid believer here that when I have some newbies inside my room, people are wondering where my newbies come from, right? And I see people I see people pull up. So I'm just gonna speak in terms. Last year I saw Nikki C pop her little ass up in here, knowing I'm not talking to her, and try to solicit the newbies in my room. Like they came out of fucking, you ain't speaking no more. You gonna, like, the desperation of it was, yo, who's that new person over there in Mo's? Hey, my name is Nikki C. How you doing? And came right in the room and spoke to the motherfucking person. I was like, where we do this shit at on this internet? You understand? Um, yeah, just in order to we got a comfort zone here, right? In order to do something more, we have to, and I hate when I have to, like, I've got a lot of shit I want to say, but I know that any shit I say, if it just sounds like it's negative towards it, like people can't take constructive criticism. And the minute you say it, it'd be like, oh, this why Mo don't like you. Oh, see, Mo, she's saying something negative. No, I'm gonna make sure I say this to be abundantly clear. Since I'm stuck in this community with y'all, some people I don't like, etc. Right? In order for when one of you motherfuckers take off, right? Guess who's going with y'all? I'm right there. You understand? Like, my channel's gonna go with y'all's because every time I look, and now I'm looking at the analytics, my shit's attached to y'all. So when some of you blossom, I'm blossoming right along with you. I'm here for the ride. If I catch a flight and go higher, guess what's gonna end up happening? All the channels that are affiliated, associated, attributed, whatever to me, y'all going right over in that algorithm with me. That's if we ever get to that point. No, if and when we get to that point. Now, we've seen some channels make some pops into other things, right? But it hasn't been consistent. So the question is why? And I'm looking at that, right? um I know you had to offer to the masses, Tawana, and they didn't want to participate. I get that. But at this point, they should have wanted to participate because shit has the air has the air has cleared, the dust has settled, and now it's time to move on to the next great thing. So there's plenty of opportunity for this. This community is no longer the size as was. Many have left the cemetery. Some of the people that left the cemetery did so for a good reason. Some of the people you did not need up in here anyways. Up in here, out of here. Point in case, I'm definitely not gonna know. I'm gonna use this terminology. If you've been here from season 1, you're going to know who no news is good news, but Gabby News is over here, right? So when no news is good news, but Gabby News left the community, ain't none of us want to go with him. I was like, bye. Not none of us serious. Okay. When people came to me asking me when he cut up and shut up and did bullshit wherever he went, and people came back and said, hey Mo, can you want to do an interview about the mentality of this motherfucker, this mofo right here? I said, I don't want to talk about him. I don't want to think about him. I don't want to warn nobody about him. Anybody got him? Good. I don't want his name in our titles. I want to kick him all the way out the shit, right? Don't want to come back. Don't want to have nothing to do. I don't give a fuck if he becomes the most successful motherfucking YouTuber out here and we hear about his ass on the news. He's the least likely person I ever want to fuck with ever in life, right? Psychopath, right? Never, right? Ugh. So he left the community. And I remember sitting back, watching people agonize over making content around him. And I said, they call themselves warning the next community about it, but all they're doing is open up a segue that we don't need. We don't need that type of drama. It's like the Kwame Brown situation. We don't need his type of drama either, because his shit is going down quickly. Karen was over here expressing that she went into a new community, the Kevin Samuels community. And she was like, I hope you niggas and bitches don't come over there. And this and that. And I was like, we're not ready for that. The one person that snuck up out of here and had an encounter with Tommy Sotomayor, we're not ready for that. We're not the same community we was in 2017, 2018 strong, where we would have all united, knocked back or whatever. No, I see. It's not the same thing. But I'm not a leader in this community, in the community, in the larger scam of things. I'm not a leader here. I'm just a voice. And I learned that when I moved, when we was on a lot of lessons were learned at that town hall meeting. The deep hate was shown for me specifically. The deep hate for me was shown. So I can't overcome that with the current group, right? I can't make them like me, nor do I want to spend efforts to. I'm good. They're great. I'm good. You understand? They have a right, and I'm not saying that they don't. They have a right to dislike me, and I agree with it. So I don't have any problem with it. What I think is a move in the right direction what I heard recently when I took my little neck out and showed up at some friendly places that people visit my room or whatever, this is what I heard that was shocking to me. I walked in somebody's room, I said hello, they was doing their thing, blah, 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 blah. eventually when she read the chat, she was like, oh my God, Monica Mo is here, right? So this is a channel that was smaller than me, that was friendly to me, that I never had any issues with, that I actually love the content producer over there. I'm enthusiastic whenever I see her. She's got a lot of energy. She brings a lot of stuff forward, right? But she comes from another sector, right? She wasn't here as the Kanika sector. She was in another sector. And I'm going to tell you what her content was about, but I'm going to tell you what she said when she saw me. She said, Mo, Monica Mo, what happened? I saw you put a video out with Bish in the title. That's not like you. And I had to take like a moment, like I listened. So this is somebody who, to me, her criticism is important. You know, I keep trying to tell people that Kevin Samuels was here already. We already had a bout with him, right? But I am trying to look at how he grew, because I think it's important to understand how he grew from all the bullshit that was going on over here during his tenure to where he is at now. So I think that's interesting, but I don't like to tell people. I like people to find out for themselves. It's a snake in the grasses. But I started looking at y'all distract me by that. But I started looking at his content and I said to myself, I said, maybe he was speaking to the wrong people at the time he was around here, right? Or around here before he went over there and branched out doing the stuff he's doing now. He's doing 100% better where he is at now because he has an audience for what he's saying. The issue here is that when he was saying the same shit, because I went to go check out one video and made this man, rest in peace, Alan, Mr. y'all call him Mr. Black. He asked me last year to go check out this man's channel. He sent me the link and everything about it. He was like, Monica, I know when he was over here, it probably didn't go too well, but look at this, look what this Negro is doing right now. Like, go take a look at him, right? And he was like, basically, he kind of said to me, you that type of person. You're that same type of person he is. This is a conversation we had. When it comes down to women issues, you be telling women the same shit that he telling women. But he telling women they upset about it. But maybe they wouldn't be so upset. They heard, I was like, yeah, I ain't doing that kind of shit. He's like, you already do it. Yeah, but the problem with like Gab and all of them, right? They was looking for bitches on here. They was looking for a harem of women, be married and shit, and then want to fucking call you their girl and shit. I ain't got time for, I don't got time building some man's harem of women. So where I think they may have liked me, they liked me because they wanted me to be part of some other bullshit that I didn't want to be part of. Then they loved and thought, like, I think he thought fucking that reject from, look, I said that reject from, what's the dude's show? Star. Well, unfortunately, Karen, we can speak about Kevin Samuel, right? We're speaking on our experience with him when he was over here. Everybody has a history. He has one over here. We just don't never speak on it, right? We worry, not even worry. We talk about what he's doing today, because what he's doing today is positive for him. Okay. Now, what I said was he hasn't really changed. And the one video that I watched about him, so let me finish my complete thought before it gets misunderstood. One video I watched about him, I thought was a critical video. Okay. And the video I watched about him, he was defining what a high value man was. And I was like, yep, this video for me. I gotta watch this one. And no, he was over there with Bomb Cherry and them. There was some shit going on with Bomb Cherry and them. But that's it, because they say he gay. But that's what they say. Okay. So back over into, I can't validate that. But they probably said he was gay because he got on them in many instances. So his video that I watched, which I think is a critical video, if anybody wants a segue into something, right? He defined it. And he speaks eloquently in that video what his interpretation of a high value man is. That it's not a new terminology. Well, none of us really in here is a man. We're women. I'm trying to make sure I don't miss no comments that I'm missing something. But anyway, back to my focal point on him, or back to my, because this is my channel and I'm only speaking from my knowledge. I'm not speaking from anybody else's knowledge, and can't nobody influence me to take on their opinion of somebody else. I could respect anyone's opinion about anybody, but I'm also entitled to have my own opinion about someone. And it's based on now, it's based on now me speaking on what I saw, not what I heard from other people, not all the negativity that I'm picking up from him. I'm talking about directly what I heard. And he has defined his thing on high value men. He has given it, he's defined it. So when he speaks on it, he's speaking from his perspective as to what they are. Now, what makes him have a show, right, at the level that he has it, is that people come there objecting to what he says. And then they're objecting to what he says, but their values are fucked up. How can you down somebody else's thought process, right, when your shit is all fucked up? So they shouldn't probably even be having a conversation with him in the first place, right? He shouldn't probably be engaging them. But on this platform, you need that negativity. So he's clearly come out, he's clearly defined it, and everybody that is not it is speaking on it. So it's giving him content. And he's dashing it out the way he feels appropriate, because he ain't even talking to you. You don't even qualify, but you got something to say about it. You being the people that participate and coming on the platform and saying this. I'm gonna tell you someone else who's taking that kind of approach, because you know I watch us very well, right? Glib does the same thing, right? Yesterday he brought up a topic, and the way to have engagement on here is not the people that love you. You've got to engage the opposite voice of what you're talking on. And by engaging the opposite voice, you're giving more clarity to your position, because you can have a fair argument, not arguing with people, but an argument with somebody based on principles. what you believe in and what they believe in. The problem is that normally the opposite side of your conversation, they can't have strong talking points because they don't even know why they believe in the shit they believe in. They just know this is the shit they do. Point in case, his conversation yesterday was about Donald Trump's administration. What went wrong, basically. It wasn't really a what went wrong. It really wasn't a what went wrong. It was really explaining from his understanding of what occurred. Because I'm not going to say anything went wrong. I'm just going to say this is what occurred. And he gave you the facts. What Donald Trump did, the timeline that Donald Trump did it in. He gave you then his opinion of what could have happened, what might have happened, what might have been his thought process, Donald Trump that being. And then somebody was in the chat saying, well, no, Biden fucked this up. He had a good plan and he fucked it up. So he said, yo, come up here to explain that. No, the person rather give a thumbs down and leave than come up there and defend that statement. On Kevin Samuel's world, he says, this is a high value man, blah, 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 blah. People are coming up there to say otherwise. They can't adequately defend their position against his, but that's what it is. People will sit around you just to disagree. Shame. Let me see. Yes. In this environment, this social dilemma here, right? That's what they're doing, Karen. They're sitting around you to disagree. The conflict drives the engagement. I'm using YouTube words, and that's what grows the channel. That is why everything that they've done is in conflict. You don't get to choose the people that watch you. They get to choose if they watch you. Everything is conflict driven for success. Now, the channels that seem to be successful, right? So like, let me take the cruising channel. They're successful because they're going on cruises. They're talking about cruising. They're talking about travel. They're doing all of that. That's what's taking it. So all those people that are inside that niche all want to talk about travel. And they want to show off where they're traveling to and their experience traveling. Maybe that community picked up when the cruise industry had to stop traveling because of COVID. And, you know, they're still moving on. When I was part of the planner community, it was who can set up the best spreads in their planner or whatever. It no longer was about, are you really using this as a therapeutic tool to express or memorize, have a memorial of what you're doing and stuff like that. The conflict came in with who had the better. They was fighting amongst each other over there. Over here, you had a community that all came together searching for an answer for one thing. And then when they could no longer get paid on searching for the answer for one thing, the bigger content producers tried to take out the other content producers so they would be the only one making money about the content. And we saw a war go on. And it existed successfully because there was controversy. If an opinion on a subject is different and you don't agree, isn't that engaging in conversation of a topic? Yes. It is called, some people call that debate. Some people call that because not everybody's going to agree on everything all the time. So you can have honest debate over a topic. Social media is about who has money. And the ones that wish they had money, just saying. I'm going to say this, that may be right in many cases. That may be the objective for many people. But there are so many aspects to being in social media that may be occurring to some, but it may not be what everyone is here for. It's a consequence of some stuff going on around here. How do we know who have money and who don't? Who financially have we seen? Whose financials have we seen? Okay, I am going to pretend that all of these responses are for me. So I am going to be responding to everybody's anything, because I don't want nobody to take it personal in the chat, because you guys are all making good points that are valid points. And this is a part of engagement and conversation. Okay. So how do we know who have money and who doesn't? We know because some people come up here and show us. Okay. Ooh, you almost had me say something. So let me wait. I got to think about that answer, because I definitely know who don't have money around here, right? Because how some people behave around here, right? In terms of trying to engage in fuck shit to get money. We know the Robinsons ain't got no damn money, right? Let's just let's just find somebody to say ain't got no damn money, right? We know it. You can see it. You can hear it. You hear the hatred and the shit that they went after me for at the beginning was just who I was. It was because I was comfortable in my skin, not saying that I had money, but I had more than them. One motherfucking thing we know for certain up on this motherfucker, I got more than them. I might not have a lot of motherfucking money to a lot of motherfucking people, but when it comes down to them, I got more than them. And I had good spirit. The shit that Shirley wanted from me when I first got here was the love that people were giving me, the attention that people were giving me. That's the same shit Crenshaw had a problem with. Oh, she's a hypocrite. She's phony. She's lying to y'all. She's not like that. You understand? They were going on the character that they are not. I was about to say, I was just, that's why I said it was there were some people I wanted to say something about. He came to my mind too, right? Polite had money, but how did he get some of that money he got? Y'all made him rich. Y'all being a platform, being YouTube. You understand? Because that's just how it is. But you could tell who has money and who doesn't have money on here, right? And how they conduct themselves. There's also some people that want you to believe they have money. So we might have had, like, remember, like, so we're all one community, right? We had somebody always showboating their advances on us. Oh yeah, I got the mega screen TV or whatever. I'll show you how to be like me. But that didn't work out very well for a person, because we all don't want to be like you. We want to be like us. We want to be comfortable what we're doing. And there's cheaper ways to achieve the same shit, you know, like at the end of the day, there is. And many of us knew that. That's why, I mean, I'm going to say this. If you could start with a cracked screen and 2 cell phones and then evolve into something else, that shows growth, right? Opposed to other people coming around here talking about, I made it. I made it. All right, let me get, y'all faster than my thoughts could get out. Okay, let me go back because I want to make sure I don't miss nothing. Social media is about, all right, so that's the who has money. How do we know who has money? We haven't seen people's financials. Everyone has an opinion. Doesn't mean they are just there to disagree, but to voice opinion. Okay. It depends on the channel holder, how they take it. Some people just like confusion. I'm starting to think, and I want you guys to think like this. Some people may not be just liking confusion. Some people may just want to be expressing how they feel and people understand their point of view, their POV, or acknowledge that they have a right to that point of view, even if you disagree with it. So we can't disagree with another person's point of view. It's how we say it that makes the difference. Boom, 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 boom. Desperation speaks values. That's how you know who have it or not. Okay, so Karen's describing what type of people may have money or not have money on here. And some of us, all of us may look at somebody and say, oh, this person is well off on here. I look at some channels that are doing lifetime stories or whatever, and I've watched some channels go from nothing to something up here. I know the ones that became successful by the YouTube. I'm watching, I don't know if you watch these twins, the McClure twins. Look how their family has evolved. They live in like a fucking mansion now, just for making YouTube videos. Polite was supposed to have money. Tasha K showed the homes he stayed in belonged to someone else. Even the cars were in someone else's name. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that. First of all, I didn't watch Tasha K, but I'm going to say this. Polite has money. The problem is that Polite obtained his money. A lot of it came from donations around here, because I know one particular one where people went to sue him for it, but people were gullible, like Alethea type gullible, and gave somebody their fucking money and then wanted their money back when it didn't work out for them. That is why people was like, Alethea can't get her money back. But the problem with that is, if you can prove that it was a fraud that got your money in the first place, then you can get your money back, because that's a crime. But a lot of these people give their money freely to people, and then they want to rescind it when they don't get the reaction from the person that they wanted. People on this bitch, this is why I don't take money around here. Y'all know it. Because people think they own you because they donated to you. And I don't want none of that in my, I don't want none of that in my life. I don't want people doing that to me. That's why I stay independent, not because I couldn't use the donations around here. I don't want the drama that goes with it. I don't want that drama. We know my ass ain't got no money left. My fucking ass. I'm not gonna say you don't have no money at all, because I don't know that to be true, Miss Coleman. I wouldn't say you don't have no money, because I know you. I wouldn't say that. You live in a different state, and I would consider you to be middle class. So I don't know why, like, it's not New York style middle class, but shit. I was once upon a time New York style middle class, and I feel like I'm in poverty. I make good fucking money, but I feel like I'm in poverty all the damn time. All right, 1 second. We're not talking about who have rent money. I'm assuming we talking riches. I may have real money. I may be surrounded by millionaires daily. I'm just saying. Correct. I'll go with that. But sometimes on this YouTube, we ain't talking about any of us in it at all. But people self-identify with the content that's being spoken, and they take it personal. Sometimes we have to take the personal out of it. So as we talking about who got it up here and who don't got it up here, we was really talking about some of these YouTube content creators. And let's face it, once they get in those views, they get in the money. And every time, and you can see this in the Kwame Brown story, every time the haters see you making more money, visibly can see you making more money on this YouTube than them because of the super chats or whatever, what do? They shut your shit down. They use the power of how this platform is developed on that negative spectrum, and they use that to go against you. I said everything about the YouTube is against you making money. If you make money on here, you have broken the mold. Their goal is not to pay you. Their goal, you will hear some YouTubers say, I'm not working for the YouTube. I'm not doing all of that. Like, let me give you point in case. There's like 8 fucking things we need to do in order to put inside your description box if you want to get full credit. Somebody's like, I'm not doing all that. You're self-identifying, tagging, and all this other stuff so that YouTube could get paid better and then take 40% of what you're going to get. The bottom line is their, I'm going to use the word algorithm. Their business strategy is not for you to get paid. Anybody that breaks that mold and is able to get paid, then they're looking at you hard. That's why Kwame Brown is having the problems he's having right now. Because best to believe they are scrutinizing him when they had to make one big, large payout to him. When he was arguing with Charlemagne the God, I'm sure the month thereafter, they had to pay him a large sum. And they looked at it and was like, let's see how we going to cut this shit back. Because they don't want to lose money in the process. Polite has money regardless what Tasha K showed. But I don't think social media has anything to do with having money or wish they have money that some people else has. Fear of missing out. That's what's going on here. When you start to see other people, some of us, not all of us, there are some people who will see another person's success, either want to ride on it or capitalize, in the words of Karen, capitalize on another person's success to make themselves successful. We're not talking about who has been, okay. If not, Gears, what's the point of scams? Okay, so then KK had to take it straight to Gears. I will read, everyone ain't running scams on social media. That is true. Realize people have been on social media since kids, MySpace. No one was worried about money. It was about being social. It started out. It started out with your own. I believe it started out with your own network of people being social. I didn't even know YouTube did this shit until the Kanika case. So that was crazy. I'm not saying Polite is broke. What I'm saying is he's not rich as the shit he shows on YouTube. One of the things we were trying to figure out that I could not, I gave an assumption the other night when I was listening to, when I was reading the documents on the Polite case, right? He has a private attorney. He has an attorney that you can retain from the private sector. But in certain cases, you can get that same level attorney, a private attorney representing you as a public defender in the capacity of public defender because they take pro bono cases. So we don't know, but there was a hearing. And normally I did go back and ask an attorney because I said something in my private group that may not be the case in all states. I speak on law based on my experience here in New York when I know better in other places. So it could be that he had a hearing to get the person appointed, or he had a hearing not to to appoint counsel, or maybe he did retain that counsel and they needed to have a hearing to remove a public defender. But at the end of the day, they had a hearing about his legal representation. So it is not uncommon for a criminal defense attorney, for a defendant in a criminal case, to get a high-powered attorney. If you guys will remember, in the case of what's the rapper that got killed in California? Christopher Darden initially represented him from a well-known to them law firm, and people took deference to it because how could he afford this high-powered attorney? Because they take on pro bono cases, and sometimes they volunteer to take on pro bono cases, and specific ones that come out because they want to defend that type of crime. And I still say the posture of the attorney was very stern on that polite case, that there was stuff that wasn't being presented. He was very stern on it, and he seemed overly confident that there was misinformation being circulated, but he didn't go into detail as attorneys should. Everyone ain't running scams. Okay, some Andrew, Shish, Karen. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that, Coleman? Break the shit down, Mo. I agree, Gears. I don't believe social media is all bad and scamming. It's just if that is all that you are around, it's all you've been about. In this particular sector, because we came together for a common cause, right? We didn't have no eco-social requirement to be here. You just had to care about the case. And in that eco-social group, there were people who had drug addictions. There were people in that group that had lower income than others. And there were people that were working, are working members. And there were people that just, they just synced in and tried to fucking do that shit too. Tried to take advantage of it. Saw you as, especially some people in here were just fraudulent people. They engaged in those kind of crimes, and this became a new place to pick up victims. You have to protect yourself from being their victim. Okay, I agree, Gears. I don't. Bye. Yes, crypto was a scam, but I do know people who paid too. Wait a second. Cryptocurrency? Are you guys saying that cryptocurrency is a scam, or is it something else? Because I'm not at liberty to discuss things that are on the stock market, but I do not believe cryptocurrency is a scam. So I don't know what y'all mean by crypto. No, crypto is not a scam. I was referring to Crypto Roots, who gave all his money to Polite. Okay. I do very well with crypto. Okay, so me and Miss G, we was all on the same fucking page. We was thinking y'all talking about the scam, y'all talking about the currency, and y'all talking about somebody on this YouTube. Oh, okay. And yes, crypto is too. It's what's coming out now, Gears. Just because, no. Okay, I don't know the Polite story. Why did crypto give Polite money? Miss Tawana, that's fake news. Crypto is not a scam. They call that food. What the fuck is that? This is a good discussion, Mo. Me too. Didn't know about YouTube, KJ. Okay, me neither. I didn't know about it until I got here. Is Polite the gold shoes guy? I remember a Polite gold shoes. He used to DJ or something. Okay. So I'm going to do a timeout for the chat for a minute. Sometimes when you're in the chat, you need to listen or read the other stuff that's going on. Why is the chat back to front mode? Is it back to the front? I'm reading, I'm going backwards because I have to go backwards. I'm in the back. Nipsey. Okay, so that's it. I didn't know about live chats either until Kanika. Okay, I bought some and have been following too. It's not a scam, as you know, scam. Okay, so whoop, we started talking about crypto, right? And this is how several conversations broke out of this. Some of us thought crypto and we thought it was cryptocurrency, the shit going on in the stock market and stuff, right? Y'all talking about a YouTuber on here named Crypto who gave some goddamn money to Polite and now it's considered a scam, whatever he gave the money to Polite for. Okay, so we had two separate conversations going on because we all weren't on the same page who the fuck crypto was. So now we got to draw it back for me being a content producer. Apparently, crypto is somebody involved in some kind of money scam, a fraudulent money activity with Polite. So I need to stop there. Am I correct? Is that what I'm hearing? And is that the crypto that we are buying inside the market? I think it started during Kanika times, Coleman. Chat replay, definitely. Well, the chat replay started as sometime in 2018. People who come to social media to scam most likely were scammers before social media. I agree with that statement. This is one of these times when now I'm really mad because I don't have the capability of pinning these comments to the screen. This is why I've been looking for the other software. But anyway, I agree, Gears. It's just easier for them. Why is it your chat is front is why is you chat back to front mode? Okay, I don't know what that means. We talking about both mode. Yeah, okay, we're talking about both things, but the one about the cryptocurrency, it doesn't need to be here. They were talking about something else. People who call, all right. I know Gears is just easier for them. Why is you all right? If you want to look at crypto as a scam in the sense that the rich control and manipulate it as they do everything, then yes, I guess. Okay, but let me just be clear. But this happens in all the chat rooms. I can't speak on the cryptocurrency. So I'm going to discontinue that engagement on the cryptocurrency because it has an ethical, I find it's a conflict of interest for me to discuss cryptocurrency here, right? And I try to stay away from things related to the stock market. The only reason why I brought up pump and dump is because many people that I like here have been pumping up people about their stock trading on this shit so that they can dump after you join in, they can dump the shares they have and make some money. So they come on here and they advertise it, blah, 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 blah. So I came out here to tell folks, you're doing that openly on this YouTube platform, where there's going to be a social record of it somewhere in cyberspace. It's not a good look. So I came out here just to say that the other day. And I used the title as direct as possible and just told people that that's not a behavior you want to consider doing so openly on the platform. So that's what I was talking about, pump and dump. Y'all had 4 or 5 different other thoughts about what I was pumping and dumping. I was fighting with somebody. I was educating people that are around me about pumping and dumping. Because I fear, this is a fear I have because I watch some of these channels here that one day when y'all get caught in doing some fucking illegal shit, I'm going down with y'all because I was in a room at one point talking to you motherfuckers. And the feds and whoever is going to come and knock on my door and ask me, do I know you? And that shit is going to piss me off. I don't want to be associated with people like that. And I went to January 6th incident. And I think that that's some real talk. So I came in here and gave y'all some real talk. So you be better using a separate phone or iPad. No, there is a delay. I am reading this chat directly from my live feed. I'm in the studio reading it, but there's a delay because I am using Zoom to come live to you. So there's a delay between when Zoom sends what I'm saying out to you to when you're writing. So there's always going to be that delay between us, which is why I was trying to change my platform, how I stream to you to prevent this lag. Well, the hype you speak of is FOMO, which is all of the investors being greedy and usually misinformed. Who's the investor, Gears? Because that's important. I need to know who, in your example, who's the investor? Polite was mentioned, so that is why I asked what I asked. Yes, Polite was mentioned. Oh, I thought it was me. No, it's not. No, it's no one in particular. We're having a discussion. I'm just reading what I'm seeing. When we was talking about Polite, we was speaking on the brother Polite. I thought the crypto person that they was talking about was somebody who got scammed by brother Polite. So Ms. Tawana said, yes, that is. We're talking about both. We're talking about the cryptocurrency and we're talking about crypto being the person that was scammed by brother Polite. I won't know that because I'm not watching the brother Polite story and I'm not watching other channels that are reporting on it because I don't give a fuck. Because I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't giving, if I had, so here's the bullshit, right? How much that man's supposed to have gotten ripped off for? Hundreds of thousands of dollars. If I had hundreds of thousands of fucking dollars to give to somebody on this motherfucking internet, you just played yourself. He played his motherfucking self. So there has to be more to that story than meets the eye if he gave that man a large sum of money. The one case that I did know about, the person gave him $70,000, and it doesn't sound like he had $70,000 sitting around to just give away to somebody, but he did. And he was paying into an investment, if I'm not mistaken, the story that I'm aware of, and the guy wasn't named Crypto or whatever. But he gave him money to invest in something that the man never did. In that case, that is a fraudulent activity. You received money for a certain activity, and then you did not keep your end of the deal for the activity, but you took the money. That is fraud. That's not a scam. We've to deal with it in our layman's terms, we call it a scam. But in the scope of things, it is fraud. And it is kind of linked up because the fear of missing out. Now listen to this example. The first person may have gave the $70,000. The next person, and I don't know this to be this particular case, but when somebody sees that somebody else gave this guy $70,000, right? Fear of missing out. They go ahead and they want to give him $150,000. because they want to be down with that program. And unfortunately, we see a lot of people doing that on this YouTube. Fear of missing out will have you engage in an activity that you probably would never engage in just to be down. And that's what happens. And the con artist is preying on you to do that. If you are announcing you got some extra ducats to give away, somebody is going to want those extra ducats for themselves. And they will even tell you, you was not entitled to your money. In this environment, somebody will make you believe you're obligated to do something for them just because you're here. I'm going to give y'all a good example, and then I might end the live. You do recall this woman named Alethea, because I can only tell you about my life and what happened to me. She schedules an elective surgery, not something that's mandatory, something that's an elective surgery. Now, y'all go look up the words if you don't know what elective surgery means and the consequences of it, right? In the middle of COVID. Now, you need to get to this elective surgery. So you solicit my assistance. Can you drive me to this appointment? Let me see. No, because I'm just not. Well, you can have elective surgeries during COVID because some people were still getting treated for other shit or whatever. But it was, it wasn't really, it's a hassle during those times. You have to go out of your normal catchment to do it and everything else, right? Fear of missing out came on this motherfucker crying to all of y'all. Mother's a good person. She was supposed to take me to the doctor's appointment, and she didn't take me to the doctor. She said no to the doctor's appointment, and I'm so upset. Nobody loved me. And you people fell for it. People act like I was obligated to do that shit. No, I wasn't. Not under any circumstances. But and people volunteered to do that shit on my behalf. It comes to find out that they didn't do it. But in any event, everybody just swamped around that like it was some shit I was supposed to do and I was wrong because I didn't do it. But I was like, did they hear what she said? Did they hear what I said? Oh, why I said no? Like, did they really pay any attention to the whole shit? No, but once she was crying and gave you that sympathetic bullshit, people fear missing out, joined up on a platform, had some shit to say. Monica was wrong. I know she was this. But did you hear what you know in this shit too? Would you have done it? How many of y'all was taking your family member to an elective surgery in the middle of motherfucking COVID and traveling for about an hour and a half to get to somebody on your own dime? Tolls, gas, and time. Fuck out of here. That's why I'm not doing shit with nobody. That's exactly why. Because ain't no real common sense running around here in this bullshit. And I was supposed to jeopardize who I am for everybody else to accept me. Craziest shit I ever heard happens right here. Fear missing out. So you're supposed to participate in shit, do shit with everybody else just because they do it. Be independent. Be an individual. Stand on your own. Listen to what's going out here. Don't just eagerly jump in circles because this is the hot shit out here. This is the most hot shit. Listen to the message before many of y'all type and start writing in anybody's chat. See if you have identified the talking points before you even chat up in here. I must agree. I love today's chat because today's chat was focused on the conversation. It was not, hello, Miss So-and-so. Hi, Miss Bill. What you wearing today? It was none of those things. It was focused on the topic. Try to practice that same shit when you in other rooms and see how far you will get in your expansion of your participation. And guess what that will do? It will bring a new audience engaging you. And then when you show up over here to Mo Knows, there might be somebody following you around town to see where you are going with your intelligent statements elsewhere. And they may follow you into our community. And at last, we may be able to grow. Everywhere you go, you are representing all of us. Otherwise, you wouldn't waste your time being over here and acknowledging that you are over here. Because you would remain silent inside the chat rooms and stuff. My greatest haters are here all the time. They make videos about being here all the time. They seem to understand when I say something negative about them. How would you know? I'm talking about you if you wasn't over here listening to me. What I do know is I ain't listening to you. And when you do be talking about me, I don't even waste my time to go hear it. And you know how you know I didn't hear it? Because I ain't even talked to your ass back. So you wasted your motherfucking energy again. When I do feel like talking about you, anytime I fucking please, when the subject matches your inappropriate behavior that had me mad at you in the first place, I do so. And every time I do it, you're going to strike up your stupid ass live and try to respond to it because you're not in control of yourself. You are fearful of missing out on the shit I'm about to do. Because if you wasn't, you wouldn't be over here checking me out all the motherfucking time. Just saying. It's crazy. And then if you're recording me, it's even worse because you got to catch me on the down low later on. That's a damn fucking shame. You might as well just pull up and say, I'm here. But you have a fear of missing out what I'm doing. But I'm never fearful of missing out what you're doing. Those were the messages that I had today, really for y'all. And those are my thoughts. And I was going to ask the rest of you, are you suffering from those type of things? Fear of missing out. Conversations, day-to-day life, what Mo's doing, what other people are doing. Have you distinguished and established your own identity so that you don't have to be worried about the Joneses? It's crazy. It's crazy. But because I'm on the YouTube, I got to give YouTube examples that you will understand. And I thank you guys for giving me y'all examples of what you experience, because although I don't know these stories, I definitely understand that you have connected with the message. All right, now here we go with Nikkei with some smart shit today. Who the fuck you talking to today? Do you ever just read the title of the move of the thing? I start out. No, I'm not gonna repeat it. Go back into replay. That's why I got replay. Go back into replay. And as I'm looking at this shit, because people were in and out and out and this thing says it's got 171 views already. So when I close it down, it's gonna have some good numbers. You know, I'm looking at statistics now. So thank you for that. But with that, I should have more than where's that like shit? I saw a like somewhere. Uh, I don't remember. I'm not like killing myself trying to figure out how to work this shit. Oh, it says 10 likes. So I thank you for the 10 likes. But it should at least have like concurrent viewers with 14. I don't know what the fuck that means. But anyway, you start talking about some shit, people start leaving and probably left and gave a dislike on the way out. Bye. See ya. Don't want to beat ya. Fear of missing out. Just what it is. Some people hang around you because they just want to see where you're going, and see how you're going to do it, and see what it is. But in order for us to grow on here, I just want y'all to really take heed my message. The audience needs to expand. Book club is meeting tonight. We got a new book in order. I agonized over this book, and I'm gonna wrap up talking about this book. And I'm hoping that more men join the book club for this session. This is a book written by a Black man based on a Black man's experience in this world right now. If you don't know how the book club works, you click on the link, you register for it, you will receive the all the information to sign in once you registered. I need to know how many people are participating. I play the book from audible books. If you're unable to join the book club for the audible book and you want to listen to it on your own, you now have the title of the book. If you want to purchase the book and read the book on your own at your leisure, you have the book. It says it's a 7 or 8 hour read. So we should be finished the book, considering holidays are in between here and the weekend. I really don't like to do weekends, but depending on the participant's schedule. So after we meet for the first time and we see who is in the book club, right? Then we will determine our schedule for the next 8 hours, because it's an 8 hour book for the next 8 hours. And from there, we should be able to do a discussion on the book Wednesday, September 15th in the evening. The time will be set by the participants. It's not driven by the outsiders, it's driven by the participants. So I am hoping that people have now built up enough awareness. It's on the community wall. They built up enough awareness of who we are here to have a discussion. I will discuss, I was going to have a twist on discussions about the book when we're listening to it in the book club. But the first, we're going to start out tonight, 9 p.m. If it takes me a couple of minutes, just wait around. I'm coming. But I'm gonna try to be available ahead of time, and I will push out, because now I know how to push out email from it to those who register for it. Again, the topics in this book, I think the title of the book though was some shit about it has to do with something about love, and hold up. Give my love to the savages. But it's short stories about man's experience. So it's not one continuous story. And the weird thing about where we are at now in terms of books, right? Most people are writing these books with multiple short stories inside of it. So it's not just one story where you follow the character through their life and what they've done. Is you're meeting a character in the middle of some shit, and you have to easily catch on that you're in the middle of his life somewhere, and he's telling you about something at that point. So it's short stories inside of one book. And a lot of writers today are writing in that style where they're writing about short stories, multiple stories inside one book with one overreaching theme. Evolve May and I earlier this year. Yeah, she said like that other book. What was the book? Something about black girls. It had something to do with black girls, and it was supposed to be a #1 thing, right? Now I'm gonna tell you, because I didn't buy the hard copy of the book, I didn't get a chance to preview the book. And this book, I'm not buying the hard copy of the book either. I'm gonna just listen to it from the audiobook for a reason. It's my own growth. I can't stand audiobooks, for the record. I'd rather read a book. That's it. So we could not tell what the fuck was going on. We was reading the book and listening to the book, and we was like, wait, why the bitch popped over here doing this? So we learned that that's the new style that's out here. A lot of authors are doing it, and it's just like short stories. They don't really give you no end. It leaves you open. But the good thing about that, it gives me content for several different things. So it's one book with several different themes in it. So we could definitely talk about those themes moving forward. But these are going to be Black men's issues based on what that author says. What might be important for us as women is that if you are actually raising a son, this might be beneficial as to how we need to train them in their growing up, or what discussions we need to have with our sons. Especially, I know one of the issues has to do with the N-word. So I tried to give quotes and put it up on the community wall. I took a poignant suggestion from one of my colleagues. It was like, how does anybody really know it's a book club? You don't even announce the book. I was like, I put the book in the title, but whatever. So this time I gave y'all a snippet of what the book looked like. I gave you a thumbnail or whatever you call it, to just give more. Shit, I have credits. I got it for free. Okay, so if you still want to participate in the conversation but cannot attend the book club, make sure that you still click on that link and register so that I know who are the participants for that book discussion. Now, that is very important. Let me tell you why. Because it's easier for me to communicate via email with the people that I know are the participants coming from that email, because I get to just click on it and boom out an email to those people involved. And if there's an update, like I cannot be there, something happened in my personal life, I'm able to communicate to those people involved. I don't have to be looking for separate places to find each of y'all to tell y'all it's canceled. And then you will understand the changes as it's going on. You're reading the book. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, we are not going to postpone the conversation about the book because you ain't finished reading it. Because I believe this conversation will go on beyond the one day, because it's several stories, we may break this up into several discussions. So you got time to catch up. But I am no longer delaying the discussion because you did not finish the book, and I'm waiting for you on the side to finish the book, because that never happens. And people know exactly who they are. Yes, plus in the algorithm, book title may bring other subs and listeners. Exactly. We over here in Motown Mo, we are continuously putting our titles to themes. FOMO, pump and dump. Y'all will see a lot of old videos disappear soon from here because I am transitioning with where I want to go. I did not spend $1,600 on a fucking computer to sit up here and play games with people on here. I'm taking this shit seriously and I ain't got no time for it. And that's just the way I see things. I enjoyed today's conversation. I thought that it brought out the best in all of your opinions. And I really got to understand more about shit I'm really not watching or checking for. But I do want to add this disclaimer at the bottom. Just because we spoke on names like Kevin Samuels, Polite, what's the dude, the basketball player, Kwame Brown. I'm not in that league of discussion. So my content, or this is the disclaimer, had to do with the impact of their topics with the hope that it would lead us to growth. It is not or was not intended to speak against what they are doing or criticize who they are in this mainstream YouTube world that we're in. It was reflection to get to a better place and to really try to shape how we conversate with each other when we are at Motown Mo. So that we can have better exchange with our thoughts. And I think that this was a move in the right direction, and I really appreciate it. And I hope that everyone did, or everyone at least understands, and I'm saying everyone, at least understands my path. You may not agree with me, but I will hope that everyone understood what I was trying to achieve. And you are allowed to disagree with it. I have no problem with that. That's what this world is made for. And remember, one of the key points is that in this social platform that we're on, disagreement is highly encouraged for development. In order for your channel to grow, there has to be disagreement. But it doesn't mean that there has to be argument. You have to learn the difference between disagreeing with the person and stating your facts, your reasons for why you believe what you believe, your opinions openly without the fear of missing out on someone understanding how you feel because you've been stifled by their thoughts. There is no right answer. There's no right or wrong answer to many things that we experience in life. But some people will have you think that only what they say is the right answer. That is wrong. This is Mo, and I've got to go. If you liked my video, please give me a thumbs up. If you disliked the video, I do agree that you have a right to dislike this video. Let me know why in the comments below, or hit the like instead. Because if you can't defend why you disliked it, you really liked it. But either way, in this format of YouTube, it is engagement. And I appreciate the engagement. So screwed. So yeah, that's so cutting. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll speak to you good peoples later.